welcome back to Belle's Library. I'm Heather, and today we are going to do my Belle's Bookland TBR game for July. Now, this month is going to look a little bit different, so I'll explain that in a moment, including having the puppy in the video, because all my videos have her, because she's just a little puppy and she's very needy. Anyways, this is Mel, if you have not met her yet. I'm sure you will if you watch more of my videos. Speaking of, please get down below, click subscribe real fast. I also have my Instagram, my Goodreads, and my Storygraph down there. If you want to talk bookish with me on all of those different platforms, I would absolutely love and adore that. Now, as we're kind of jumping into the video here, usually each month I do my rolls through Belle's Bookland. We get a category, genre to read from, and sometimes some other prompts. And then I pick a book that I add to my TBR. I'm going to do it a little bit different here for July, mainly because I'm still kind of getting my groove back with reading and I don't want to put too much pressure on myself, but I also really enjoy playing my TBR game and having it help me kind of choose what I'm going to read. I'm also very much enjoying doing my 1 week, 1 shelf challenge, and I'm not sure how long I'm going to do that for, but I am thinking I'm going to do it for a little bit longer into July. So what we're going to do is we're going to do the rolls, but I'm not going to assign a specific book this month that I absolutely have to read from each of those rolls. I'm just going to kind of show you some things off my shelf that are potentially fitting into that category that I would try to read. And I will make sure that I am going to read with those rolls at least one book. I just don't have a set book specifically. Okay, so let's go ahead and just jump into the first roll, and that will help kind of explain how this is going to go this month. I'll also have my other Belle's Bookland playlist down below, so if you want to watch some of these other videos and get an idea of how the game goes, if you haven't watched already, check it out. But let's do roll number 1. Here we go. Okay, so we have Chip ready to go over there. And unfortunately, I can't find my punishment stack of cards. I've only got my regular ones, so I don't know. We'll figure that out if we have to. So here we go with the first roll. It's a 13. That's a little ominous. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So some kind of mystery thriller. All right, we can do that. All right, so the first thing we got was mystery or thriller. So my mystery thriller shelf is this one here. So let's take a look and see kind of some ideas of what might work for that one. So a couple of the ones that I'm really thinking would probably work. I would love to get to The Devil in the Dark Water. I have a different video idea for that, so I'm not sure if I'm gonna be doing that one. But I've got these two, All the Missing Girls and The One, and I think they would probably work. Tagline on this one says, "No one ever just disappears." It's by Megan Miranda. I love the idea that it has like a little carnival in the front because I love like carnivals and circusy stuff in my books. This is actually her debut thriller, it says. It's been 10 years since Nicolette left Cooley Ridge, 10 years since she broke up with Tyler, the man she thought she'd marry, 10 years since her best friend Corinne disappeared, never to be heard from again. When the call comes that her father is ailing, Nick is living in Philadelphia, light years away from her younger self. So basically she's going to get kind of drawn back into where she lived as a kid, and it seems like things are starting to kind of happen again and some shocking truths are going to come out. So yeah, kind of mystery and thriller in that one, I feel like. And then The One, from what I know, is about like you take this DNA test and it's supposed to tell you like who your perfect match is in life. And then it says, I think like just because you're perfectly matched doesn't mean that, you know, it's going to be like a happily ever after kind of a thing. So I've wanted to read a John Mars book for a while, so I'm very intrigued by that too. So I think these will probably be the contenders for that one of what I might read. Roll number 2, here we go. A 19, that's a great roll. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. So some sci-fi. Haven't read sci-fi in a little bit. So next up we got a sci-fi read. Now sci-fi shelf is mostly right here. And I've read almost all of these. So looking at this, I've read Skyward, I've read the Renegade series here, I've read Cinder. I've read Project Mary, Hail Mary. I have not read The Martian yet by Andy Weir, so potentially there. I've read the Illuminate series. This Mortal Coil, I haven't read that one. I've read Goddess in the Machine, and I haven't read Scythe or Thunderhead. So I think those are kind of the options here of what might happen. So The Martian, I would love to read another Andy Weir book. This is about like this team that goes to Mars, and then like a storm happens and they all get off except for the one guy. He's still alive, and so he's trying to like survive on Mars by himself. And I have seen the movie and I remember enjoying it, but I'm kind of curious as to how the book is related to that. And Project Hail Mary was one of my favorite books last year, so I have high hopes there. Scythe, I could potentially just get going in this series because I have the first 2 books, and this one we're living in this world where basically we've like conquered death, and now we have sides who decide who to die, and I think we're like following a couple of apprentices or something that are going to become these guys. But like, how do you choose who dies? Kind of crazy. And then this Mortal Coil, I honestly don't remember. If you're reading this, it means I am dead. Have completed a Hydra vaccine. Our last chance at survival. You must decrypt it. Never let them take you. So we've got some kind of, I'm gonna guess, worldwide disease that's taking out everything, and we have like some kind of vaccine and some crazy stuff going on with that. It sounds intriguing. Do I want to start more series? That's kind of a thing. Like The Martian may win just because then I don't have to start into series. I can try and wrap some things up. I don't know. So we'll see. That's some sci-fi options here. Let's see what we get for roll 3 here. Another 13. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So that's another sci-fi. We're going to be reading some sci-fi this month. Okay. Okay, so we got sci-fi again, which we kind of just talked about sci-fi picks. So I was kind of peeking at my shelves for a minute to see if maybe there's something on a different shelf, because if I'm doing my 1 week 1 shelf challenge and I don't get sci-fi 2 weeks in a row, I mean, I don't know that I'll be finishing 2 sci-fi books in a week, possibly. Just depends on how my reading's going. But I thought of this one book. It's up on the top shelf up there because it's kind of contemporary historical fiction-y, but it also could kind of fit in as sci-fi, and that's The Dream Daughter. And because we have some time travel. We have this like mom and her kid, and she ends up time traveling into the future to help save her kid because the technology in her time isn't there yet to save her, and so they go into the future to help save her. So I'm sure this is going to be kind of a touching story, but it does have some scientific kind of elements to it, I'm sure, and could, you know, kind of work, sort of. And roll number 4. Way over there. And it's a 19. How is that even possible? We had a 13, a 19, a 13, and now a 19. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Wow, the very last square. That is contemporary. So that's not too many books to try and squeeze in to my July TBR. I will take that. Okay, so the very last roll that we've got here was the very last square, and it is contemporary. And so that kind of brings us to, I have this shelf and the one above it, mostly with contemporaries, and I think there's like maybe a couple on this other shelf. But I am kind of feeling the vibes of maybe reading one of my Morgan Matson books. I definitely have a few other options, but this is kind of what I'm feeling like reading, possibly. I think this one's a little bit more romance contemporary, this one's more contemporary, but this one, like, we're following this girl and her best friend like disappears and she just feels kind of lost without her, and I think we're just kind of following her. Oh, and her best friend like leaves her, I think, a list of things for her to do, and like apple picking at night, dance until dawn, kiss a stranger, there's some fun stuff like that. And then save the date, this girl like goes back home, I think, for like a family wedding thing or something, and kind of runs into like some old crushes, and like just, I think some crazy shenanigans start happening with the family and stuff. So I don't know, I'm kind of feeling the vibes of maybe reading one of these, so that might be the contemporary pick. We'll see. So there's some potential reading plans for me for July. We'll see where kind of the month takes me, but my goal is to read those 4 books. I need a mystery thriller, a couple sci-fis, and a contemporary book to be read for the month of July for me to not take any punishments, and hopefully we'll be able to jump back into the game like normal in August, but kind of where we're at. I'm gonna maybe look around for a little bit of some readathons to jump into. I know last summer there was a bunch that I participated in and I had so much fun with them. So kind of hoping some of those will come back. And you know, we'll see. I definitely will be getting some more vlogs out and just trying to create a little bit of content for you guys, but I'm trying not to pressure myself. But let me know what you guys are reading for the month of July. Anything special that you're just like dying to get to and you're just feeling it for this summery season, let me know. Otherwise, you guys have a wonderful week, month, year. Happy reading. Talk to you guys soon.